Okay, so good day everyone. Now we will be discussing about optical and thermal properties of materials, starting with, of course, me, Janus Carl V. Sermion, and my other reporter is Julius Cesar Dimes. So let's begin with the content. First is the importance of optical and thermal properties concerning optical properties and thermal properties of materials, and their applications in science, engineering, and technology. So firstly, let us talk about the importance of optical properties of materials. The importance of optical properties of materials lies in how they interact with light, enabling technologies like solar panels, fiber optics, and displays. So, the importance of optical properties, ito lang yung ina-explain lang dito yung mga compatibility nila sa mga materials na ginagamit natin for science, technology, and especially in engineering. Since syempre gagawa ka ng mga new materials, sabihin natin gusto mong gumawa ng portable na TV, ano yung tamang materials para makapag-display siya ng maganda using this material ba or this material that can, you know, transmit the lights better, or kung sino yung may mas magandang display, which material yung nagbibigay ng ganun. Kaya importante ito, especially in engineering. Now let us talk about the optical properties of materials. Firstly is the reflection. Reflection means how much light bounces off a surface of a material. So we know light as a ray of light. Parang sabihin natin para siyang wave na nagre-reflect siya. Although I'm not familiar with the light itself being a particle or a wave, but we just consider it as a wave for now. Reflection determines how much light bounces off a material, especially in mirrors. Actually, yung light naman, nagbabounce naman siya kahit sa mga shiny materials like metal, plastics, ganyan. Ang pinapakita lang sa reflection is yung pag-bounce ng light. Parang yung pag-bounce ng light pa ganun. Kaya nakikita natin yung mga sarili natin through mirrors o sa mga makikitab na bagay like katulad sa shiny metals, nakikita natin reflections natin kasi nagbabounce yung light dun sa mga materials na yun. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng reflection. Ngayon naman sa refraction, this is how much light bends when it passes through a material. So we know light being the fastest known particle on space. Like kaya niya mag-travel ng 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So, napakabilis nun. Pero, sabi sa refraction daw, it is how much light bends when it passes through a material. So, for example, yung light, nag-pass through siya sa water. Makikita natin, yung mga binababad natin sa tubig, parang nag-iiba yung itsura niya. It's because nag-iiba yung bilis ng light kapag nag-pass through siya sa water. Because light travels at different speeds in different materials because of their optical density. The bending occurs due to the change of light speed. Kaya ayun, nag-iiba yung itsura ng mga bagay. Kunyari, nagbabad ka ng lapis sa baso. Pag nakita mo yun, hindi pantay yung magiging itsura nila, or minsan nag-iiba yung parang mas nagiging tabingi yung itsura niya sa paningin natin. Next one is absorption. Absorption determines how much light is soaked up by the material and converted into heat or other energy. So with the word itself, absorption, ito lang naman yung kunyari meron kang sponge, naglalagay ka ng tubig. Obviously, ma-absorb ng sponge yung tubig. Ganun din sa light. Meron siyang property na absorption, or yung material rather. Yung material meron siyang property na absorption on how many light it can absorb like it is mainly used in solar panels. The energy of the light matches the energy levels of the material's electrons, causing them to absorb the light and move to a higher energy state. Now next one is transmission. Transmission, it is how light travels through something like glass, water, or air without being blocked. Transmission is widely used in what they call the fiber optics. It is mainly used in engineering since it is a kind of like a tube or something like nagpapass through yung ilaw sa kabilang side, then lumalabas siya sa kabilang side without any what do you call this, without yung hindi siya nabablock ng kahit anong, para lang siyang nagpapass through doon, like katulad sa wire, ganun, pero light yung pumapasok dun sa tube na yon. If the material's atomic structure allows light to pass through without significant interaction, the light is transmitted. Transparent materials like glass have structure that doesn't absorb or scatter visible light. Now moving on to scattering. Scattering determines how light spreads out on different directions when it hits a rough or uneven surface. It happens when light encounters tiny particles or rough surfaces. It gets deflected in multiple directions. This is called Rayleigh's scattering for small particles or Mie scattering for larger particles. This is mainly seen, although hindi natin siya talaga nakikita, sa mga ulap. Since yung mga ulap is namumuo siya ng mga droplets of water kapag nasisinagan sila ng ilaw. Yung ray of light na tumututok sa isa, nagsascatter siya. Then, pag nag-scatter yung light na yun, naapektuhan din yung ibang droplets of water. Kaya nakikita natin yung clouds as white. It is because of the scattering of lights. Next one is diffusion. Diffusion is a scatter or spread out light as it passes through them, creating a soft, even glow rather than a direct beam. So sa diffusion, ito, madalas natin nakikita to sa mga lamps, ganyan, or mga example natin yung kurtina para hindi tayo masyadong nasisinagan ng liwanag sa loob ng mga bahay natin. Ang trabaho ng diffusion is yung kunyari yung merong isang material na to. Tas syempre, alam mo naman yung mga mata natin is sensitive siya sa direct sunlight or sabi natin sa direct light. Kapag natutukan ng ilaw, sabi natin ng direct light yung mga mata natin, sumasakit or parang nagkakaroon ng mga black spots yung paningin natin. Kaya ang trabaho ng diffusion is to prevent that. For example nga niyan is yung mga lamps. Kasi yung bulb sa loob, merong material na nakabalot sa kanya in order for the light to diffuse para hindi masakit tingnan sa mata. Same as with the curtains, pinablock nila yung direct sunlight para sa mga mata natin. The last one is color. The color of a material depends on which wavelengths of light it reflects or transmits. So ayun lang. For basic meaning lang niya talaga to, yung wavelengths. Kasi alam naman natin yung mga color na nakikita natin. Although hindi natin visibly nakikita yung mga wavelengths nila, meron silang mga wavelengths. Okay, next is thermal properties.
Importance of optical and thermal properties. Thermal properties are crucial as they determine how substances respond to change in temperatures and heat. These properties are essential in understanding the behavior of materials under varying thermal conduction and are vital for selecting appropriate materials in engineering applications. Thermal properties. Properties of thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity refers to a material in strictly ability to transfer or conduct heat. It is also defined as the material plate of unit thickness conducting the amount of heat per unit time per unit area, with its space differing by one unit of temperature. Thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is where an object expands and becomes larger due to a change in its temperature. A higher temperature means molecules are moving faster on average, causing them to take up more space. Consequently, objects that are heated up increase in size. Specific heat capacity. Specific heat, the quantity of heat requires to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 Celsius degrees. The units of specific heat are usually calories or joules per gram per Celsius per degree. For example, the specific heat of water is 1 calorie or 4.186 joules per gram per Celsius degree. Emissivity. Emissivity is defined as the ratio of the energy radiated from a material surface to that radiated from perfect emitter, known as black body at the same temperature and wavelength and under the same viewing condition. It is dimensions number between 0. Thermal diffusivity. Thermal diffusivity is the relative motion of the components of mixture arising from a temperature gradient. It is also known as the Soret effect, named after one of its discoverer, and resulting composition gradients in mixture lead to ordinary diffusion, which tend to eliminate gradient. The melting point. The melting point is the temperature of which a substance transition from a solid to liquid state, and it's also the same as the freezing point where a liquid turns into a solid. Thermal stability. Thermal stability is a critical concept in various specific materials, science, and engineering. It refers to the ability of substance or material to resist chemical or physical change when exposed to elevated temperatures.
Now let's talk about the applications of these properties in science, engineering, and technology. First is the application of optical properties. First one, we got solar panels. Now, this is not new to us since solar panels can be seen in our everyday life. It is mainly used today because it is a type of renewable energy source, and it converts light to energy, which means parang yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, nangyari tong solar panels na to because of the absorption property ng mga nilalagay nila sa solar panels. Na-convert nila yung light na tumatama sa kanila to energy, used to convert light energy to power electronic devices. Next up is the sunglasses. Sunglasses, ito yung mga sinusuot natin sa mga mata natin, polarized or UV protective sunglasses. UV absorbing coatings prevent ultraviolet light from reaching the eyes. So ito yung parang dinidiffuse niya yung light para hindi masyadong masakit para sa mga mata natin, like kunyari sa mga maliliwanag na mga bagay na titingnan natin, especially sa labas kapag tirik na tirik yung araw, masakit sa mata, ganito, ganyan. We use sunglasses to protect our eyes because it diffuses sunlight or the light itself para hindi tayo directly matatamaan nung mga lights o yung mga beam of lights. Then next one is for medical purposes is the medical lasers. Lasers used in surgeries and treatments enable precise, minimally invasive medical procedures. So itong mga lasers na to is parang narrowed down light beam. Parang meron lang siyang light beam talaga about dun sa isang part na yon na kapag tinutok mo doon, nakakatulong siya daw sa medical field para makapag-perform sila ng mga surgery, especially sa mga high precision surgeries, like for example sa mga maliliit na organ ng mga katawan na kailangan ng laser, kailangan ng precision, they use medical lasers to help them. Next one is the application of thermal properties.
Application of thermal properties. Thermal conductivity. It affects how heat is transferred through materials like frying pans. Materials with poor thermal conductivity are often used for handles to prevent burns, for example, cooking. Thermal expansion. It utilized to ensure they can safely accommodate temperature change. For example, is bridge and railways. Bimetallic stripes used in thermostats and temperature sensor due to their different coefficient of thermal expansion. Electronic components, where materials with high thermal conductivity are used to dissipate heat and preventing overheating.